morning, everyone. We met again to take the continuation of the lesson. You know, the chapter name, tissues. Okay, that is correct. Tissues. So, you don't study well. I am asking you. Am I right, children? Is it going on? Okay, very good. So, in this lesson, we have studied the difference between plants and animals at the beginning, then meristematic tissues. You know the meristematic tissues, what are meristems, the classification of meristems, etc. and specialities of the meristematic cells. When I have taken that, the meristematic tissues, can you recollect one thing? Only one thing, an important point. You know that? You can say, very good. That is, meristematic tissues characteristics change slowly. Their characteristics change slowly and become what differentiation is possible. That is the point. Now we are going to discuss the second topic, permanent tissues. What are permanent tissues? You know that. Once the meristematic tissues, they lost their ability to divide. You know the characteristic features? They always divide. They can found only at the growing regions. You know that? To refresh your memories. Okay? So, what happens? How they become permanent tissues? Meristematic tissues lost their ability to divide and they take up permanent shape, size and function. They are doing a specific role. I can say that. They are doing a specific role. They have a specific function. So they take up permanent size, shape. I already told them their characteristics slowly change and differentiation is possible. Can you understand the meaning? So what is happening here? The main events that have been taking place here, they take part in a specific role. Plus, they have a permanent size and shape. They lost their ability to divide, they become permanent. This is called as differentiation. What is differentiation? Are you clear? It's a question for you children. What is differentiation? Write down, take a pen and write down the question. What is differentiation? How is this possible? Okay? So, we can classify the permanent tissues into three. Which are they? That's another question for you. What are the different types of permanent tissues? Am I right? Okay. So, first one, parenchyma. Second one, parenchyma. And third one, sclerenchyma. Okay? You children, parenchyma, parenchyma and sclerenchyma. Then we will go parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Are you ready? For this, we have to draw a tabular form. In the first column, you should write the first permanent tissues parenchyma, and in second column collenchyma, and third sclerenchyma. Then find out the differences among these tissues. Are you clear? You know the differences between cell and tissue that constitute cell is a single one. Then it multiplies, it divides and forms a group of cells called as tissues. That is why we are saying permanent tissues. They are tissues, not a cell. Okay? Yes. Parenchyma. Second, collenchyma. And third, sclerenchyma. Okay. So first, characteristic features of the parenchyma. Parenchyma cells are relatively unspecialized cells. First, characteristic features, unspecialized cells. Second characteristic features of parenchyma cells. All the cells are living tissues. All parenchyma tissues are living. They are living. Then these tissues, which cells of parenchyma, they possess thin cell wall. Thin cell wall. And next point, you know that in cell wall, you know what is cell wall? Cell wall is made up of cellulose. Then it has a deposition of what a pectin. Cell wall plus pectin. Can you see? Okay, pectin. P-E-C-T-I-N. Pectin. So here thin cell wall plus pectin. That is the peculiarities of parenchyma cells. Are you clear? The next, you know that they are living cells. All parenchyma cells are living cells. So what is their function? They are nutritive in function. Nutritive in function. Nutritive in function. Nutritive in function means they store water and food for the tissues. Are you clear? Okay. Then next, you know, what are their main functions, you know? Their function is that they give mechanical support. So, the same time, I told you, know, they are nutritive in function. They also provide mechanical support. Mechanical support. Are you clear? Yes. What are the characteristic features of parenchyma tissues? So the next, I move to collenchyma. So what are the characteristic features of collenchyma? You know, in addition to that, one more point is here. This parenchyma cells or tissues, they are found in all parts of the body. I mean root, shoot and leaves also. You also add because here is no space. Okay? Yes. So the next is about collenchyma. Collenchyma tissues. So they are also living cells. Of living cells. Are you clear? Living cells. They are not found in root. They are found in shoot stem. That is leaf and stem. That is the most important characteristic features of collenchymatous tissue. Then we know that. So collenchymatous tissues, they are flexible tissues. They possess flexibility. flexibility. You know, the stem of the plant, so flexible. The leaf also, so flexible. You know, it is not break very easily if a strong wind blows. Do you think ever why this happened? The reason is that because of the presence of cl5 tissue, they are totally absent in the root system, but they are well present and well developed in the shoot system. That means, you know, in the leaf and in the stem. That is why the stem and leaves are so flexible in nature. Are you clear? We cannot bend the shoot part of the plant, but without breaking. Are you clear? Then about the cells. The cells, they possess irregular thickenings at the corners. Irregular thickening at the corners. You know, all the pictures of parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma that is given in your textbook. You see, and discriminate children. So this is the parenchyma and this is collenchyma. There are the separate views, longitudinal and cross-sectional here. So these are very important and study to draw the diagrams and label it. Okay, so this is the sclerenchyma. Okay, so then you know that all the labelings are here. Then thickened at the corners. Where is the colony? Here is the corners. So here is thickened. Then they possess very intercellular and you know intercellular space is very little. So but in the case of parenchymatous tissue, intercellular spaces are more. What do you mean by intercellular spaces? Intercellular spaces mean, so in between the two cells there are spaces. That is called as intercellular spaces. Okay, so in the case of the parenchyma tissues, intercellular spaces are there, but here very little intercellular spaces. When we go to the sclerenchyma, they have no intercellular spaces. So here they possess irregular thickening due to the deposition of the same thing, that is pectin. Pectin. You know, what are the characteristic features of collenchymatous tissue? Repeat. So they are living cells. Then not in root, totally absent in root. They are present in leaf and stem. So the cell is high flexible in nature. Flexibility. That is one of the characteristic features. And also they have cell wall. That is correct. Cell wall is possessed in both parenchyma and collenchymatous tissues. Presence of cell wall. Then plus in addition to these tissues, they are living tissues. Then they have the deposition of what is pectin. Then they possess irregular thickening at the corners. So that then they also provides mechanical support. Okay, are you clear? Okay, yes. So next we move to the sclerenchymatous tissues. So these tissues are very strong and hard. Hard and stiff. Stiff one. Stiff meaning khatti. Bhayangara khattiyanu. Then most tissues, sclerenchymatous tissues are dead. They are dead. You know, they found coconut husk in coconut husk, shell of the coconut, then pod of the pea plants. Can you see the pod? Then covering of seed, nut, etc. These are the hard materials of the plant body parts. So in which these parts we can see them. That is the tissues, they are also sclerenchymatous tissues. Then these tissues are dead tissues, their cells possess dead cells. But here they are very hard and stiff due to the deposition of the cement material is called as lignin. Lignin, it is the material that gives its hardness. It is the reasons for hardness. Okay, are you clear, children? Okay. Lignin. You know the characteristic features of parenchymatous tissues. Why this become very hard? Because of the deposition of due to the deposition of the lignin. It provides rigidity and stiffness to the tissues. Could you see many branches of the trees? Okay, the twigs etc. they become dry. Okay. So the reasons for that this is due to the presence of sclerenchymatous tissues. Okay, are you clear? Then they formed in the veins of leaves, in the root, and in the stems also they are present. Okay. Yes. So now we have studied permanent tissues, differentiation and classification of permanent tissues, parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Did you write the questions? Again, you write third questions, that is, write the characteristic features of permanent tissues. Okay, make a comparative study. That is the easiest way to study. Otherwise, it will make confusion. But first, you should take the characteristic features of parenchymatous tissues. Then you compare it with the collenchyma. Those characteristic features is here. It is important, you less importance. Then, if not here, you more importance. Okay, so like this. Do it. So that is enough. Okay. It's enough. Study very well. Make your study fruitful and useful. That is my advice. And write all the questions and take your lesson and read the topic what the teacher takes. Okay, and you should write the notes also and study well. Thank you.